Hello and welcome back to the back nine coverage of the 2024 Franconia Open, sponsored by Latitude 64 in Gößweinstein, Germany. I'm Kai Rose and I'm still sitting here with Connor O'Brien. He didn't run away yet.
Not yet. It's a very good front nine, and we're looking forward to the back nine here. It's still anybody's game, and we're excited to see how it plays out, or remember how it plays out, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see how much I can remember, and yeah, enjoy watching.
Here we see the scoreboard. Tobias Voß out ahead, but with -9, but everybody within 5 strokes of one another. Anybody's game.
Still anybody's game, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see how it plays out.
We should come up with our own phrase.
No, we'll just use theirs.
Okay.
Here we are at hole 10, another very satisfying par 4 in my opinion. A thin fairway here at this stretch that we're floating over right now, but a fairway where if you go out of bounds, you know it was your fault. You're going over the hill in the first shot, so you can have a good look at the basket coming into this green that has OB on the right side, but shouldn't really come into play. I like this hole a lot.
Yeah, definitely a hole you want to get as a better player.
Blind tee shot too, but everybody knows what they're going for. Ooh, that was not on purpose and has to be OB left, right?
Yeah, has to be, but not for Toby.
Incredibly unfair.
Yeah, he completely slipped. It's if you go for a lot on this tee, it's a bit hard to get the height and the angle right.
This is a fun angle from the camera perspective, because this is what the players never see. I think Michi knows that was a good shot, but we don't really get the view of the fairway like this.
Yeah, and Justus can go for a huge flex line here, and he does super well with it.
I can't imagine how easy that upshot's gonna be for him.
Yep.
Is that too far to the right?
Had flipped. I loved this out of my hand, but there seemed to be more headwind than I thought.
It gets spit back onto the fairway though. Lucky didn't land in the forest there.
Pretty lucky. I actually threw the exact same shot in the first round, I think, and it also dropped safe, so this hole liked me.
Solid conservative shot for Jörg there.
Yeah, this is another play. You can just play a pretty high kind of spike hyzer with a mid-range or a fairway driver and just play for the downslope and not go for much, and then you have pretty much a stock shot from here.
Looks like he played it perfectly.
Yeah, this is just Jörg golf. Put it somewhere, put another stock shot out, and then tap in the putt.
The woods on the right here that kind of come into your head are also at a comfortable distance where you can hyzer out of it. You can just aim for those with a hyzer. You are also landing right there very solidly for your birdie.
Yeah, I was a little cut off, so I had to go for more of a straight shot, but yeah, should be good. And
a little bit more work for Toby there, our current leader.
Yeah, he had that branch there, so he had to stretch out. It was still decent.
Yeah, exactly. It's just such a comfortable upshot if you get farther enough.
Yeah, as you can see, this hole is really plays pretty easy for the top 30% of the field, I would say.
Everybody's up there for the birdie and birdie putt. We'll see how it plays out. I'm repeating it.
I told you to come up with your own phrase, man.
Is that somebody else's phrase that I'm not aware of? Great putt from Toby.
I think Jomis themselves, Yuleberry.
I don't know of the people you're speaking of.
Me neither. Right below in the comments, what should be our next catchphrase? Maybe someone comes up with something good.
Are we doing this again?
I don't know.
Everybody's cashing in their birdie putts.
Yeah, not much to talk about there. Just a couple short putts and piece of cake for everyone.
Not a difficult hole, but still a satisfying one. 2 good shots.
You can mess it up. You can definitely... As you see, Toby and me really tried to mess it up, but we just got lucky. So... The OB is not, it's not too far away. You definitely still have to execute.
Oh, is this the first star frame?
Oh yeah. For the American viewers, this is a European disc golf tradition. Did you know it before you came to Europe?
No idea, no.
Really?
I wasn't aware that it's a European thing. I thought it was just the Germans.
Okay, maybe it is. And this is hole 11, 96 meters, par 3. The OB is the biggest factor on the hole. As you can see, it gets pretty tight at the green. Yeah, the best play is just a hyzer to the right. You have enough space, but you really gotta be precise. And if you make a mistake, just bail out left, because right is very bad.
Another fun hole.
Yeah. One that was aced by Timo Hartmann at the German Championships 2 years ago. So definitely some ace potential, but I think they brought the OB even tighter, a little bit back at the basket. So
yeah, we're seeing the fairway of 3 there to our right, and I think Michi has found it.
I'm not sure, they are discussing it, but I have to listen, I don't remember. Everyone voicing their opinions.
It's fun to discuss those things because obviously there will just be a fact later.
Yeah, yeah, it's totally unnecessary.
Like, we can just discuss it as long as we want, guys, or the rest of the people can shoot.
And Justus did exactly the same thing the round before, or when I played with him, and he also kicked safe. So really repeatable Bush reactions for the card.
I think everybody in disc golf who's played a course multiple times know that there are just some holes that are just your nemesis, where you look at it and you know, this isn't that hard, I just have to not do this one thing. Yeah, and then you just repeat it and repeat it.
Yeah, then you do exactly that. And yeah, I bailed out left, as I said, the pro miss. And that is the pro not miss.
Was that Jörg?
Yeah, Jörg.
Perfect.
The machine man. He's been throwing hyzers for a long time.
Gotta get our shout outs to Diego, your caddy, by the way.
Yeah. Diego. My little Munich Juniors superstar.
I thought I was your
You're not a junior anymore, though.
It's actually kind of a scary putt because you could find out of bounds behind it. We see Carl's putt not far away from that OB stake.
Yeah, but this was kind of a moment in the round where I needed birdies and I needed them now. I was starting to get a bit frustrated because I knew everyone was playing solid, so I couldn't rely on them all making mistakes. I really had to press if I still wanted to win.
We see in between those two putts you have put on a jacket. Maybe that is the key to your round.
We will see, man. The weather for the whole tournament, it rained a bit, then it was windy, then it was calm, the sun came out. It was really, it changed a lot, and you had to put the jacket on, put it out. It was quite annoying.
Coming up to hole 12, our first very wooded par 4, 132 meters. You're trying to fight through here with a forehand or a backhand that moves to the right, landing about where we see this basket. Everything here is perfect, and then you have another very tricky technical shot through this gap, trying to follow the path along and land on a very tricky green. It's just difficult, not very long, but a lot of ways for this to go wrong.
Yeah, it's funny to show a specific fairway because in reality, people throw their first shot and then they usually just scramble from there.
Oh, for sure. It's not, everybody has a plan until they get hit in the face, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this hole is, although it's short, it's kind of dangerous. There's a lot of roll-away potential and it's not scoring easy.
I've seen people even find OB on the right to what is it?
Yeah,
Band 3?
Fairway of Band 3, yeah. Hole 3, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Toby.
I mean, that's exactly where you want to land. It's just not how you want to get there. A forehand from Justus, that interests me.
Yeah, you can just see the spin he can put on that harp. Pretty sure that's the harp again, and such a nice Anheuser, man.
Perfect placement shot.
And I'm going for the sidearm as well.
A little lower than you might want, but it has a chance to skip up there.
Yeah, I'm not really going for much here. I just try to land there. A bit shorter would have been perfect, but it's still good.
Yeah.
What does Jörg have here? Yeah, there's a sneaky hyzer line, but as you can see, there's a lot of branches.
And it's coming in on an angle too, so a pretty good result, but it could have found its way down the hill.
And as you can see, just a bit too far to take the straight gap. I'm going for the same hyzer gap, and I hit something.
Yeah, but you see the basket. I don't know. You were just talking about having to really press for the birdies. I assume you're going for that one.
Definitely, yeah. You can find a birdie over there. I mean, also going that route, but you kind of throw at branches and hope to get through. They are not as thick, so it's definitely possible to get it. But yeah, you can really only attack the gap if you're kind of on this path. Otherwise it's pretty hard angle-wise.
We see Justus and Toby square up the same tree there.
Yeah, it's a small gap. And where's Michi here?
Well, he found his way back up. He seems to be happy with it.
Likes it. And I just have a 20 meters layup here.
So it was a layup.
Oh, and I even kind of tried to match the slope. Felt like I threw a pretty good shot, and
we hear the whole card react to that.
Yeah, everyone feels that because this happens to everyone in the field at least once or twice over the course of this tournament. Did it happen to you?
Of course.
Of course, yeah. And this is only the first hole that has great rollaway potential in the woods.
Yeah, we have a couple holes coming up that are varying degrees of popular art.
Wow, and very questionable run from Justus. This was but I think he's probably thinking the same thing as me. He has to kind of birdie out, but that was very risky.
Yeah, it's kind of you and Justus right now challenging the top three. And if you want to stay in the mix, you have to go for it. We see the frustration there for you.
Yeah, it was kind of setting in at this point where I felt like, man, everything needs to go my way now.
Does it help knowing the holes that are coming up and the way that they can play out?
Yeah, I mean, you always know something can happen, and there's definitely a lot of swing potential, but then again, it's not one person, it's three people, right? So, and they're all playing solid, so you can't really bank on that.
It's also not something you want to do in terms of, I hope they do bad, rather than if I play well, because at this point the timeline is so short for you that even if you played your best disc golf, it would rely on the mistakes of others.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are definitely just kind of playing and hope to apply pressure and see where it goes. It's not really, you cannot really control what they do, so don't bother.
Pars for Toby and Jörg.
Yeah, no birdies, right?
Nope.
Did Michi, I think his approach was for par as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are coming to one of the most disliked holes in the survey they conducted. It's hole 13, 90 meters, and you kind of have to hit the gap uphill, and then you can see there's a mando tree on the left side there you need to get around of, but the angle is just so sharp that it's almost impossible to get up and down for the birdie here, as that is a par 3. But it averages 3.95, so this is basically playing like a par 4. And yeah, I'm not sure if there were any 2s on that hole.
It was a par 4 for FPO and Masters.
I mean, it was for us as well.
Another one of those holes that kind of demonstrates that par is a state of mind.
Yeah.
It's just like, I know how we're all playing. It would just be a disadvantage to dream of the two.
And also the thing is, the green is so treacherous. It's going it's dropping off so much that even if you are like maybe C2, you don't really want to run the putt, and at the same time you know people are taking 4s and 5s on there like regularly, so there's no player in the field that would not take 3 3s like every day of the week.
And if we sound critical of it, it is still an interesting hole, and because our score is still within our power, I think it's still valid. It's just not a realistic par 3, and again, the crew here at Franconia Open, we're trying things out, and we're very, very open to feedback.
Yeah, and they got a lot of feedback on especially this hole.
They did.
And there's another thing that I kind of dislike about this hole, and I think that made people critical, but I'm gonna come to that one soon. And as you can see, I kind of threw it almost perfectly, I think. Maybe if that was a little bit higher, could have been a putt. It was very, very, very close to the Mando tree. But yeah, the thing is here, everyone threw great drives, and we are only like 25 meters away. And it's still, you're just crossing your fingers and hope you stay there, because you can see there's so many roots, so many rocks near the green. And Michi is just happy that's set. That even if you match the slope, you can just hit something on the ground randomly and roll down. And then you just have an instant bogey. As you can see, happened to Jörg, but he got a little bit lucky there.
You also see they put up a bunch of wooden encampments, I don't know what to call it, there on the left side of the basket to try to save some of these bids.
Yeah, but they still roll over. I've seen many roll over, actually.
Yeah, mine did at least 2 rounds. Justus.
As you can see, like, what did Justus do wrong there? He maybe, okay, he could have maybe matched the hillside a little bit more, but at the same time you don't really have that much space to the left to even come in with any, because there's trees, so yeah, this was great. And I switched to the Berg here in a little bit of a softer plastic to maybe prevent the roll away more. And
with a 3 there, you know how many strokes you're getting on somebody else.
Yeah.
Obviously exciting from scoring perspective, because you know a round can completely change here, as it looks like it might for Justus. But from a player's perspective, sometimes it can feel very unfair.
Yeah, it's because you can basically execute 2 great shots and still take a bogey or a double because you got unlucky. Very great putt there from Jörg. Very important in that moment as well. Has to stay close to Tobi and Michi.
Yeah.
And Michi this is a putt you don't really want to have. Gut check.
The fist bump, you know he recognizes the moment there.
Yeah. Gut is where it needs to be, seems like.
Always very thankful for the baskets, I noticed, Michi. Always saying thanks.
Man, polite guy.
Ooh.
Barney boy bouncing around.
So yeah, we've seen some people take a hit there. Justus specifically.
Justus's people in
Yeah.
that case.
This is me. 76 par 3 uphill. Different tee positions from FPO and MPO. MPO is taking the par 3. Plays more like 90 meters because you're going uphill here. You see a lot of people taking a forehand. There's a gap in front that's really there in your heads. Almost the same number of birdies and bogeys, so it's a fair hole. Here you're walking up, you know it's just you and the woods, and can I hit this line? A very fair wooded hole.
Yep. If you hit the gap, there's nothing to be really afraid about. And Michi taking kind of like the inside gap, but that's a great shot.
Fantastic.
Jörg pretty much trying to do the same thing here.
I'm surprised by all the backhands.
Yeah, you know, Michi and Jörg are just more of like backhand specialists. And also Jörg. Putting a lot of pressure on the leader here. I mean, both are inside the circle for birdie. He has to follow suit.
I guess they're showing me that there's not as much right movement as you need.
Yeah.
As long as you just get up there.
Yeah.
But here we see the danger.
Yeah.
Not a difficult upshot from there. Here you taking the forehand, the correct decision. Oof, never mind.
As you see, the incorrect decision. Backhand looking better so far. And Justus.
But you have basically no danger of a bogey there.
Oof. Wow.
Is he getting away with this?
Looking better than me from there, but yeah, kind of looked weird. Again, the same misrelease he had on hole 3. Kind of seemed to slip and throw away nose up and on too much hyzer.
Toby up there for his easy 3. It's still frustrating to get the 3 here because you know people will be getting the 2.
Yeah, you
Nice
want to
run.
give yourself a look. Yeah, line was good, but was just too far away.
Justus still here for putting despite his grip lock there. Not a good run.
Statement.
Yeah, that's very important, especially because the person he's chasing is also there for the birdie. Oh no! Toby is there for the.
Yeah,
for the par.
I guess he's also chasing Michi. Wow. One rotation on that putt.
Wanted to ask if the frame rate had a short hiccup there. All comments I make about anybody's technique should be taken with the knowledge that these people would beat me every single time.
Come on, you beat me the other day, but I guess I'm not them. Connor's actually a better player than you would think.
It's funny how decent I play sometimes.
That couldn't be more true. Okay, hole 15. Another very random hole, I would say. What you have to do here is hit the initial gap, which is pretty big, and then get your disc nose down. Very nose down. This is the 2 things you can do, and after that you just honestly hope to not hit a tree. A couple people go for a spike hyzer play, but it just comes in with a lot of velocity and weird things happen all the time.
It's a shot you never do in disc golf.
This is an island hole, yeah. Yes, you see Michi is kind of too nose up here, but gets saved by a tree and is in there.
I would say I saw no card where everybody got on the island is about 50-50.
Yeah, it's really... And this is
You're
the
going
other play.
way higher, yeah.
Yeah, spike hyzer, but I saw so many. Great shot. That stopped, but I actually saw a lot of them hitting the early side of the island and just skipping out because it's so downhill. It's way more than it looks on camera, but you can even see it here, I think.
You have a gap that you're looking at to get down there. That's OB. That is such a good shot.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, this was, in my opinion, a way better shot than Michi threw. And
You just putt it.
Yeah, I just putted nose down. And, yep.
I don't know about you, but there's almost like a survivor's guilt of getting this birdie where you're like, I didn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Very high.
I think that's a tilt.
Really?
Yeah. As you can see.
Wow.
Wow, it's spiked.
There's no way he tombstoned that. He threw that with 2% energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see, Toby, where we find most players.
And that's a pretty hard putt. That's quite far. And you also have to be careful not to juice it. And that's so unfortunate for Toby at that moment, honestly. He threw a great tee shot.
That's also the home stretch. Like, after this, we have 3 holes, and he is tied for the lead there. He's losing 2 strokes.
Good putt by Michi.
Huge.
Taking the lead. And yeah, by 2 shots. Only momentarily, though. Oh.
For you, at this point, you and Justus both know that you're not in the running for... Where is your head at the end of a round like this?
Well, I didn't really think much anymore. I just tried to maybe boost the rating or something.
Got it. Jörg keeping up with Mishi there, not losing ground to him. So we have a big flip on the leaderboard there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually, I feel like podium is still possible. Maybe not from my own power, but you can see I'm only 3 strokes away from 3rd place, so that's still attainable.
These dinosaurs are small, not far away.
It's your hole.
That was my hole, I'm so sorry. Hole 16, 120, big left to right shot. Final stretch in 3 difficult holes, and we see that it's very, very close on the top. You're stretching, you're going to the right there, but there's natural OB to the right in the forest, and the field, the green field that we're seeing here on the left side is OB. Gotta get this right.
The left field is actually a hazard, I think. So you play
That's
from
true,
where it
yeah.
lies. And Michi just plays this for par.
I think a lot of people do, because
Yeah.
I don't know how many people here have that with a forehand. Justus, as a left-handed player, maybe has an advantage here, but he's not really in the running. Jörg, very, very short.
Yeah, that's not even easy. And I try to go for this. But
I'm always aiming for that watchtower over there, but it's really hard to come back into the fairway.
yeah,
as
you have to take
here.
it more inside. This is... Yeah, I was stoked.
I think you just said, I'm really good at disc golf.
Yeah, again. Yeah, the thing is the T-pad also shapes down and it's kind of a bit weird. It definitely messes with your release point.
Justus not really pushing forward enough and landing in the forest there to the right behind these hairy stacks.
Another one too high. And Toby...
Does he have the forehand for this?
He has the forehand standstill.
What?
Yep. It's very funny. When you look at Toby, you're not expecting him to be that much of a power player, but this is insane.
That's great. That's edge of circle.
Yeah, and that's a lot of juice.
I'm not sure how many, if I saw a birdie here in my rounds. It's coming up. You, again, don't have to go back to where you crossed because it's hazard.
Yeah.
Jörg, very important shot.
Hard one too. Ooh.
Edge of circle. It's
not where you want to be.
especially with the nerves at this point in the
Yeah,
round.
Michi has a great chance to put on pressure here. And
Which he does.
yeah, the veteran. Michi is not missing up these shots. This is one of the strengths of his game. He's very, very good at like just the standard up shots, straight shots, putter game is very, very, very dialed in.
Justus also just taking the thoughts out of it completely. You are putting. This is deep circle 2?
It's circle 3, I think.
Yeah.
Toby from just outside to get back in this. Yeah, dead center.
That's got to be satisfying after that frustrating bogey on the island hole.
That's great. Keeping himself in this and really, really showing.
Pressure's on here.
And these guys are good.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. I would lay up.
That would actually be a pretty bad decision. But just to not look bad in front of the camera.
I'd notice the camera and be like, ah, not today.
Stoked.
Yeah, you seem super psyched to be there.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Gameplan. Diesmal ein bisschen sicherer exekutieren. Ja.
Hole 17, 125 meters par 3. This is a pretty long hole and it's exposed to the wind heavily. It kind of even plays a little bit further, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Although it's downhill, because we always had headwind and the tee pad is kind of like pretty short, so you cannot really get a full run up. It's a pretty hard shape for the backhand as you have to come in fairly late and really have to trust it. As you can see, you don't have so much space to the left and it's just such a huge sidearm.
the gap is so close to the tee pad, so you would think it wouldn't be there in your head, but it is.
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah,
It's a good result.
Yeah, that's a good shot. And you can once again see the power. He didn't really hit the angle right, and he's still like maybe 15 meters. But the tree on the left in the gap, this is where you would actually kind of like to release your backhand anhyzer, but you have to throw. Wow, he just goes straight at it.
A fantastic result. There might seem be some trees there, those tiny little trees in the way of his putt, but on this hole, you're ecstatic with that result.
Want to hear a crazy statistic? Only 1% of the scores on that hole were birdies. 1% over all 3 rounds combined.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It was me. I asked it. No. Justus. It's hard not to be mad about left-handed players sometimes in holes like this.
Yeah. I hate Justus on hole 17, but he didn't put it so close. So.
And we're seeing a mistake from you that I saw a lot on my cards, which is just burning the disc over there into the woods on the right side.
Yeah, not committed. Just
most of the time it doesn't go deep in there. We'll see. Yeah, you spit back out. You have a easy straight shot.
Circle 3 look.
Oh wow, you really gave it there.
Yeah.
You're just looking for a highlight at the end. Jörg, though, is still in the hunt.
Oh, looking good.
Oh.
Come on.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, great try. For the lead.
Also an annoying place that he... Oh, never mind. He's fine.
Yeah, kind of lucky to be caught by these trees there.
If he pokes through...
Yeah, you can poke through a little bit, and then you have nothing. And
ooh, we see not the worst result possible, but didn't deserve it.
If it goes your way, it goes your way.
This would be...
Wow.
Back-breaking for the rest of the field, but...
Everyone kind of good runs.
Just... He's just trying to figure out how to go at it. No. Well, like that. I don't understand the problem.
Showing us some breakdance.
Oh, he is not in a great position.
This was...
What is...
He took a lot of time taking his stance that this was so... This is the hardest 3-meter putt you can have. As you can see, still fighting nature.
The force is like, take me with you.
This is very awkward.
Also in your head that you can't fall forward.
Yep.
Well done.
He got a lot of applause for that. And it was completely justified.
One of the best 2.5-meter putts that you'll ever see. So much is coming down to the last hole.
Yeah, everyone's still in this. It was great to witness.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to be there for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really in the mood, but it's still cool.
Which everybody else can also understand.
Yeah.
Who's that in all red?
That's another Barney boy, Martin Fischer, also from Rostock. You don't know him. Everyone knows him.
That's the thing. I know none of the Barney boys. Send me stuff.
Yeah, okay. But first you gotta tell me about hole 18.
Hole 18, an absolutely fantastic way to end the tournament and the round. It's a 230 meter par 5. First you're shooting out over OB to land somewhere here. Then you're navigating your way through this fairway to a little valley that we'll see here at the bottom. Have to clear the trees and find an easy way down to the green, which we're approaching now. A lot of sweet spots. Also a very choose your own adventure par 5. A lot of different ways to get there. And I think just a fantastic hole.
Yeah, it was also the most liked hole in the survey, which is pretty interesting because there were huge numbers on it, but it's also super understandable.
Another hole where if something goes wrong, you know it's your bad.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how it can go bad. This is a disaster for Toby there.
This just completely takes him out of it. And this is an automatic drop zone, which is not easy to save the par from there.
Mishi, our leader, doing what he needs to do. Getting over the gap and moving to the left. Fantastic.
Great shot. It's even better if you move even more to the left, but the further you move to the left, the more OB you have to clear. So it's kind of like a trade-off, but it opens up the angle to be more left. And if you are left enough, you can actually attack this for the eagle.
Jörg matching Mishi there, a little bit shorter.
Yeah, pretty perfect shot for him.
Justus with a big anhyzer that moves to the left and left. He's a little bit too high there.
Yeah.
But as a left-handed backhand, maybe that's not that bad.
Justus kind of plays a different course than most of us. A lot of us are just playing hyzers on holes where he has to play really like distance lines and hyzers. Very fun to watch, and this is
I just want to say that's exactly what you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's ideal. From there on, you can go for eagle.
We see Toby here from the drop zone.
Ooh, that's inside, right?
Yeah, it could be he knows he's out of it, right? Like, and that's the focus there, maybe failing a little bit. A fantastic result, actually. Yeah. If he is on the other side of those trees, he's done.
That's a stroke at least.
Yeah.
And this is not easy with the backhand. You really, because of the elevation, you have to keep this thing on a rough any.
He did not want to go on the right side of that tree. He wanted to curve that from the left side of that tree to the right.
Shank. Let's see what he has. Maybe even.
And this is also not what Mishi wanted. Oof.
Yeah, dropped down pretty nicely there, but these were two pretty scared shots. But it's understandable. If you hang it out too far to the left, you can go OB long easily. And as you can see, my angle is just so much better. I'm not going for eagle here. I'm just going for...
Just to get out on this little valley here.
Yeah. It was a bit too tight, but...
A similar result to what Toby had. But you see the basket. You have the easiest pitch up. Maybe even a shot at the eagle.
Justus is trying to hit airplanes.
Did he?
Unfortunately not.
Playing a little bit on tilt there. We know he's a fantastic player. He knows he's a fantastic player. The end of this round got away from him a little bit.
It's just what it is. Sometimes he will recover, and he plays like 20 tournaments a year, so...
I look forward to him destroying me at several tournaments this year.
Who knows what your 25 season might bring, Connor. Maybe. You're going crazy.
His 24 season is coming to a good end. He places it right under the basket, Mishi.
Yeah. And yeah, Jörg is not even... We were not sure where Michi's ended up, so this kind of surprised me. I kind of expected Jörg to go with a crazy Anheuser there, but he just pitched out, and afterwards I asked him, and he was just like, yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. I'm just gonna finish consistently, and like kind of speaks to his philosophy.
But with this upshot too, it might even be bumping him down to a third place finish.
If Toby makes this.
This is Toby's fourth.
Yep.
A chance of the birdie even after that OB stroke.
Yeah.
And a very safe par. This would be an eagle if you put it in.
I tried.
You tried really well.
Good line again, yeah.
But a birdie you're happy with.
Yeah.
Because like we said, it is an easy birdie if everything goes right for players of this caliber, but a very possible bogey, double bogey.
Yeah. Exactly.
Justus had to figure out where he went out of bounds. Pitching up dangerously close to the out of bounds line again, but he's got his putt. Jörg, this has repercussions for the podium, this putt, right?
I think it has. This is for par.
Yeah.
Checking the wind.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take another putter? Can't be.
Great.
And he's got his second place finish there.
What a way to finish. Yeah, I was gonna say, Jörg not really known for being the fastest player. He's pretty good at taking just under 30 seconds.
I'm thankful that I've never played in a lead card final round, so nobody times me.
We don't time him either. We believe him.
Toby cleaning up his par.
Yeah.
Oh, that was also his par. That means there is a tie for second place.
Yeah.
You with your birdie to end the round. At least got a highlight there at the end. Played the hole very well.
Yeah.
And are you in fourth place there? We'll see the leaderboard in a second.
In fourth place. Yeah. Solid round, but so did everyone else. Except for Justus. Was not so happy maybe, but
yeah,
nothing to hang your head about.
Sometimes it's more satisfying to play high risk, high reward once you're in his position.
Ja, wir sind hier bei den Franconia Open mit dem MPO-Sieger Michi Stelzer. Glückwunsch zum Sieg.
Dankeschön.
Und nochmal nachträglich alles Gute. Das war jetzt so ein kleines Nachgeburtstagsgeschenk, oder? Wie war es für dich?
Richtig, genau. War so ein zum 40. Geburtstag nochmal einen großen Titel geholt. Oder,
da hast du es den jungen Hasen mal gezeigt, oder?
Ja, nicht ganz. Jörg ist schon noch ein paar Jahre älter, aber den anderen Jungs.
Ja, es war sehr spannend. Du bist, glaube ich, geteilter Erster jetzt in die Runde gestartet. Am Ende waren es jetzt 2 Würfe Abstand. Wie war es? Es war ja zwischendurch nicht ganz so eindeutig.
Ja, genau. Ich hatte an der Bahn 5 das OB und an der Bahn Nummer 6 an dem Double Man durch 3 Putt. Ja. Da wäre ich schon gedacht, das war's für heute eigentlich. Dann hat man so ein Gefühl, geht was, geht nichts, aber.
Ja, umso geiler, dass du es trotzdem gerockt hast. Das ist nicht das erste Mal, dass du hier gewonnen hast, stimmt das?
Genau, das ist das zweite Mal. 2021. Ja. War auch ganz knapp, man gab auch nur 1, 2 Würfe und damals ging es hier um das Ticket für Tinny.
Stimmt. Ja, wie gesagt, Glückwunsch nochmal. Nächstes Jahr versuchst du es nochmal bei den Open hier oder geht es dann ab in die Masters?
Nee, bei den Open. So schnell geht man nicht auf.
Sehr cool. Dann wünsche ich dir dafür schon mal viel Erfolg.
Dankeschön.
Open-Sieger Michi Stelzer. Glückwunsch.
Thank you all so much for watching, and again, big congratulations to Michi Stelzer for this amazing win. Yeah, totally deserved in the end. And what can we say about the tournament?
Yeah, just a big thank you to the Heiser crew for everything they've done. 5 kilometers of OB lines.
Crazy.
And a really fantastic professional experience from people from 800 rating to 1000, FPO, MPO, everything.
Yeah, great tournament. As I said, one of my favorites, and definitely absolutely worth a trip. Also a bigger trip, as you can see, people are coming from Rostock, the Barney boys, and yeah, thank you so much, and consider subscribing, and we will see us
at the next tournament in 2025. Thanks for DreamFlight for the coverage.
Yeah. Ciao.
See ya.